Hey, what's up, guys? It's Paul from Paul's Karts, and I went out and bought myself a 420 Hemi, Harbor Freight Predator. The reason I bought it was good $400, just pretty much get my hands on one of these heads. This is the first Hemi head that I've had. As far as I've known, I don't think anyone's ever built one of these. If somebody knows of one that's built one, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what they did. So this is the Hemi head here. You can see how big it is. It's got a 6-bolt valve cover. You can see how wide these valves are on that angle. I've taken the rocker arms out because I had to get the head unbolted. These back two bolts sit down under the rocker arms, so you can't get them without taking the rocker arms. Pretty easy to take the rocker arms out. It's just one bolt in the middle, which this is just a piece of metal that comes down and it's slanted up like this, like a V or a U. And when you take this bolt out, that piece of metal comes out, then you can just pull the pins out. It's pretty easy. Nice setup. So just wanted to show this head. I was pretty interested in it myself. There's not much information on them out there. I got the whole engine behind me. I got one rod in there now. It doesn't have the back cap on it, but I was just trying a couple billet rods that I had laying around. Getting a feel for the old 420 Predator. Seeing what rod she likes, but I don't know if I'm going to use the bottom end, but definitely like this head. Definitely looks like it's going to have some good cooling. This is the intake side, so it's a very open head, down throughout. I really like that. A lot of surface area in this head. Definitely a lot of room for cooling. It's actually a really nice design. If you look in here, great angle on the valve. This is obviously unported right now, and you could almost see the entire valve. I currently have the spring out of there, so I can open that a little bit, or a lot of it. Whole valve just popped out. So this comes stock with 38, 34 valves. They look like a stainless steel valve to me. They have the same type of lock groove as a stainless steel valve, but I don't know. I don't know if this is a stainless steel or if it's a cast steel. Maybe I'm not sure. But nice valve. Take a look down the intake port. Really nice casting. So that's on it that way, and we'll take a look down this way. A little bit of work. This port looks like it'll flow a lot. The port's really laid back nicely. The whole bowl is at an angle. Another thing about the Hemi heads, so this does have a Hemi chamber. Valves are both canted, obviously. But with the Hemi head, the valves are in the center. If you measure these bolts here and these bolts here, the valves are in the center. If you have like a GX390 head, the valves are a little bit lower. And on the Predator 212s, the Hemi heads, they're in the center, and on the Predator 212s non-Hemis, they're a lot higher. When you put the head gasket on, you'll notice that they're a lot higher and there's a lot more space down the bottom. So we'll take a look at the exhaust. You can really see the whole exhaust valve. Spin the head around this way. They come with lash caps on both intake and exhaust. They come with split style keepers and steel retainers. Looks like 35-pound springs, single spring. These Hemi heads, they come with steel shaft rockers. It's like an S shape. It just comes like over this way, down this way, and then over this way. It's like a French fry or something, or a Z. I don't know why I said French fry. But it's a steel shaft rocker. There currently isn't any aftermarket upgrade rockers, like ratio rockers or anything like that available. So I mean, if you wanted any more lift, you're gonna have to do it on the cam, which is fine. I think with the increased flow from this cylinder head, I mean, it comes stock with the 38, 34, and there's a spark plug hole. So it comes stock with 37.95 millimeter and a 34.10 millimeter. So another thing I noticed though is this intake seat. Let's see how big the seat itself is. So 41.14 millimeters. So you could put a 40 millimeter valve. You could probably put a 41 millimeter valve if you had a custom made on this intake valve seat. It's a big seat. A lot bigger than the non-Hemi. I mean, if you could just put a 40 in it in the stock seat, that's a huge increase. So you could have a 40 millimeter cantered valve. If you wanted to put a bigger seat in this, you could probably get a 42 millimeter valve in here easy. Again, you're just gonna have piston to valve clearance issues, but you know, some stuff I've been messing around with is bigger valves, less lift. So something to think about, guys. Yeah, you could probably get a 42-36 in here easy. Probably a 42-38, which would be a massive, massive increase. So, oh, that spring's still in. So this is a 38 here, the intake valve. So that's a big seat there. It's not quite a 38 seat. Maybe. I mean, you wouldn't want to cut an exhaust seat that thin, but you could definitely put a 38 millimeter seat in there. So seems like there's plenty of room over here. So my plans on this is obviously ported, but like I did the small block head that you guys just seen, I'm thinking about welding this up real nice. radius bowls in the chamber, spark plug, relief, maybe some bigger valves, multi-angle valve jaw, really get this to roll over nicely. Yeah, nice port, maybe a welded on intake tube. Maybe we'll see if we can get this thing rocking. Real high compression, real high flow, but yeah, so this is the big block Hemi head. So this is Paul from Paul's Karts, just bringing you guys on this one some just a little show and tell video. Hope you guys like it. If you guys need any more information about this head, give me a buzz. My telephone number is 781-492-7358. And again, this is Paul from Paul's Karts, and until next time, have a nice day.